Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today I wanted to test what is, in my opinion, probably the best way to make Pokeyen right now during the Xmas 2022 PokeMMO event. And yes, you're right, it's definitely not doing this. It's actually probably running around and catching swarms and checking for particle effects. Alright, so quickly, if you don't know, particle effects are essentially a cosmetic vanity you can put on certain Pokemon to have them sort of emit an effect when they enter the battle in PvP or PVM. It's just sort of a cool little vanity slash cosmetic. Let's go ahead and check what the cheapest particle effect is going for right now on the GTL. Now, the current one that's active is Xmas decorations. Let's go ahead and see 24k for the cheapest one. That's on Smoochum though. One of the best ways to price check for particle effects is by going by age group and then going by gender. So let's say I had a Gibble with an Xmas decorations. I would sort by male, monster, sort by lowest price. We're seeing like 50k a piece. Pretty expensive. Now, they are somewhat rare. I don't know the exact rates. I would guess it's around 5%. But the best way to encounter them or get these particle effects is by running around encountering swarms. And then if the Pokemon isn't shiny or doesn't have a particle effect, you just run away. There's so many swarms just being super active right now and happening that you don't want to waste your time catching all the Pokemon, in my opinion. You just want to run around and try to do as many swarms as possible. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to go ahead and go start streaming, and then I'm going to spend 1 hour on stream with my chat and my Discord, asking them for calls and figuring out where everything is at. If you want to see calls on where swarms are at, it's fantastic to join my Discord. We have a chat dedicated to that. Join a team within PokeMMO, maybe check out my streams, or join some part of the community socially, and you should be able to see all of the calls for swarms. You can also just check your mini-map and kind of go between regions and continuously check it if you're more of a solo player. But that's everything explained. I'm going to go ahead and just go start streaming, which you can check out Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. EST here on YouTube or on Twitch. And then I'll see you guys after 1 hour of catching swarms. Alright, after 1 hour of running away from every swarm Pokemon that wasn't a particle effect or a shiny, here is my loot, guys. Let's go ahead and show it off. One Smoochum. That's it. Yeah, so it turns out this is actually a dog shit way to make money, so I'm actually going to go ahead and try to retry this entire strategy, do another loop from 1 hour of this, essentially, and this time, I'm actually going to catch every swarm Pokemon I encounter. You see, for that first hour, I just ended up with way too much downtime. I thought there'd be enough swarms to warrant it, but no, I was actually totally wrong, made a dumb mistake, had a very bad hour, made very little money. It was a terrible idea. So now, let's go ahead and try that again and actually make some Pokeyen this time. Alright, yo, what's up? We've got a lot to talk about. How are we doing? So it has been another hour after I actually did this like the next day or something. But essentially, I did another full hour of catching all the swarm Pokemon and actually catching them and not just running away if they weren't shiny or didn't have a particle effect. And unfortunately, as you can see, I actually ended up with 0 particle effect Pokemon, but I did end up with a couple 1x31, so there's still some profit to be made, which couldn't have been said for the Smoochum hour. Now, you'll also notice that at the bottom here, I have this row of Wailmer, because even with catching all of the swarms, I still realized I had a decent bit of downtime. For whatever reason, when you're not doing swarms, it feels like swarms are happening all the time, and it's so overwhelming, and you can't really get to all of them. But if you're actively doing swarms, you finish them up pretty quickly, and you have plenty of downtime. It's kind of how it always happens for whatever reason. But that's my consensus. All that's left to do now is going to go ahead and tally up all these things and do some price checking. I'm probably going to do all of that off camera, and I'll just let you guys know the total value. Really that simple. Alright, after counting everything, not including the Smoochum, because once again, that was the first hour, it does look like I'm going to be able to sell everything for around 76k profit, knocking off all the listing fees. A lot of this just gets released, this top row. I'm pretty much just listing this row of Pokemon right here. Can highlight them like this, and then that bottom row of Wailmers. Wailmers actually have a base price right now of around 2k because people need them for Water Spout Blastoise. And speaking of, Wailmer actually brought in a large majority of my profit in this video. This Wailmer specifically, this 31 special attack male Wailmer should go for around 40k, excuse me. 40k, which really surprised me. I was pretty blown away by that. If we go ahead and actually, I can just show you guys the search. It also has a ton of other IVs, which I really think will bring up its value, but not even considering that, if we just do the male 31 special attack, it's only been listed for 9 hours is the last one, and it's around 40k, and I think that actually will sell crazily enough. You need a male Wailmer to breed with a Remoraid, I believe, or to breed it on over to Blastoise eventually. and people want to get those stats up while doing so. So yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty surprised by this. You do need a male Whalmer specifically, not a female one, so it really does just raise the price. I'm definitely gonna have to do a loot from 1 hour of Whalmer very soon to test prices. It's also just a really bad time to be selling Pokemon right now in general. A lot of prices are super low right now. This is actually a really good time to be like buying up those cheap IV Pokemon and using them for breeding to make profit margins. So I can check right now, 31 HP IV field A group Pokemon is only 3k. That is insanely low. Usually that's around like 5 to 8k depending on the demand and everything, but this is crazy cheap right now. And it's because so many people are catching Pokemon right now and not wanting to do the slow process of breeding, right? Everybody's excited, everybody wants to do the event. Nobody wants to do the like boring, logical, calm thing of breeding right now, except for maybe me here in a bit. We'll make a video on that probably. But that's really it, man. 76k profit, and that was even with like catching Whalmers on the side. But I didn't do that for like the first 40 to 30 minutes of the hour. So honestly, I think the biggest takeaway here is just don't focus on swarms. I was totally wrong with this video. It's not going to be the best moneymaker for this event. I'm glad I tested it because I was just totally off with my premise and my thesis, I guess. But essentially, I would recommend farming a Pokemon like you normally would. Farm something like Whalmer, farm something like Ditto, farm something like Tortle, Pikachu, etc., etc. Farm something, and then you want to go ahead and do the swarms maybe on the side. And I'd probably recommend just doing the swarms on the side, checking for particle effects. Particle effects are still expensive. They are still around 50k a piece or so on the Pokemon, so it's still probably worth go check swarms when they do happen if they're easy to access, but you definitely want to mainly focus on just catching your Pokemon for consistent profit. Hopefully this video was at least enjoyable. I know scientifically and in terms of a product, it was kind of a dud, not the best moneymaker, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys did too. Like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't, subscribe for daily PokeMMO content. Check out the streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. EST here on YouTube and on Twitch. Discord is linked down below, which Discord is fantastic for events like this. If you're looking to find a team to run the Christmas event, the Discord is perfect for that. It's linked right down below. That's pretty much it. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. Peace. Yo, if you're watching this, that means you watched the entire video. So first things first, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. And if your name is on this list, that means you go above and beyond and support the channel and allow me to do what I do every single day. Thank you so much and have a great day.